Hi, and welcome to Two Creations, the Asian American podcast where the Joy Luck Club meets drunk history. I'm your host, Cindy Ye.
And I'm Nancy Lee. And today, special report, the coronavirus. Guys, we just had to. It's not our normal kind of approach to talk about these really serious topics, but I think Cindy and I were both talking about how many different experiences we've had or read about what's happening with coronavirus and how that's impacting specifically Asian Americans that are here in the States, and felt like we just wanted to get things off our chest and start sharing. So it's not a formal episode. It's just we wanted to, it's in the news, and I think a lot of people probably have their own opinions about what's going on as well. So, I think everyone kind of like high level, what's happening. There's this disease it's contagious, that is been rooted originally in China. And there's all these reports, and I'm not sure how old our listeners are, but it seems very, very similar to a movie I saw back in 2003 called SARS. SARS. That's literally what my mom would always say. She wouldn't say SARS. She said SARS. It's like H. She won't say H. She goes AIDS. AID. Yes. So anyway, so when I started hearing about this a couple weeks ago, I started thinking like this hysteria is crazy. You just started, and then it's like, just like everyone in the media, they just start like talking it over and over again. Like there's even a 7:30 segment on CNBC that's all about coronavirus. Like,
I mean, yeah, the hysteria gets built up so easily, and it makes ratings. And, you said like you weren't that as concerned at first. I have to say, I'm immediately like, I need to buy shit. I need to go to Costco. I need to buy water, because I have this like, it just kicks in my like Walking Dead, like post-apocalypse.
the world coming to an end.
Post-apocalyptic. Not lipstick. Survival mode, where I'm like, I'm a prepper and I gotta like, who am I gonna be in this new society? And so, yes, I immediately panic.
Oh.
I'm one of those people.
I'm like the opposite. I literally think like, oh, this is bullshit. They just want to sell shit. And to be honest, if it's really going to be this big thing, I'll probably just die with everybody else anyway.
Yeah.
So I think no harm, no foul. But anywho, so like, the first thing that happens is my mom freaks out because all she does is watch the news 24/7 because she's tired. And so then she just like, don't go. It's like when bomb things happen or there's mass killing. Don't go to anywhere very busy, high population.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's like New York City.
Right. Or like when I go to Mexico and my mom says, don't drink alcohol. That's like, Mom, don't go out at night.
Oh, yeah. No, my parents said that too. When the sun goes down, don't go out by yourself.
It's not vampires, Mom.
But
it's Mexican.
But I think overall, you think like, okay, what is this disease? How does this really hurt people, right? And then all of a sudden, because of, like, I'm saying it reminds me of SARS, this is what happened back in 2003. All the Asian businesses started slowing down, especially the Chinese ones. People stopped ordering from them. People stopped going to the local Chinatowns. Like, Cindy, you sent me that article about like how all the Chinatowns are like less foot traffic. The local businesses are suffering.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a ghost town.
It's crazy. And I think it's really interesting because you think about it and people aren't going because they think, okay, it's originating in China. These people are Chinese. There are high likelihood that they went to China recently, right? So they are like potential like carrier. Okay, but one, let's be honest. Like a ticket to China is not cheap. And most of the people in those areas don't have the economic means to like just freely travel to China whenever they want, right?
Yeah.
Two.
Although it looks like it looks like all of China is in your tourist destinations. Does it not?
Of course. Right.
Okay.
But then you think about it and you think about, Cindy, I did this. Like I thought about who has gone to China in the last year. It is my non-Asian friends who have spending money to go and explore the magical world of China. Or a lot of my colleagues that work for multinational companies that majority of them have to go to China for whatever sort of work. So they don't look slanted eyes like you and I.
Yeah. No, it's the pale face, you know?
So
it's not us. And also we just covered this on our movie episode about Parasite, that not everyone in Asia is rich.
Yes.
Despite what crazy
Rich
Asians would have you think, we're just crazy.
Exactly. And then, right after I read that article you were talking about, actually, I was reading that article you sent about China now, the New York Times article, and I was getting my nails done. And my nail place is run by Chinese people, which a lot of my nail places are actually run by Chinese people.
Which is more of a New York thing than here, right?
But
yes.
Do you know the wait to get your nails done was an hour and a half yesterday?
Yeah.
Every single person working there was slammed. And no one was concerned. I mean, this is like physical touching. It's not even like eating, you're like cooking the food. You are touching these people's hands. You are massaging them.
You can get, people have gotten staph infections and things like that from them.
Yeah. But like, I was just like, so what does that mean? So food, they're willing to sacrifice because there's so many alternatives. But for their nail selection, they're not willing to pay the premium to go to more expensive places. So
because like
they still,
if you have your nails done by a white lady, which I have once, I mean, that's when you know you've made it.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. When you're like, Whitey is painting my toes right now.
I mean, they're mainly Eastern European.
So
but
it's a whole, I mean, it was part of a bridal shower that I did not pay for. But all I know is that is a level of service that is a whole nother genre of price. That's just something we just don't know about.
Exactly.
So when you got to get your nails done as a normal person, it means Chinese place.
So to me, I was like, whoa, it kind of reminded me when people were talking about kicking out Mexicans and all the migrant workers that do all the land and harvesting and the farming. And then we're like, who's going to do all the farming? Like, no one's going to work in these conditions.
Right.
So they're like, okay, we'll keep them because they're doing the work that no one wants to do. But whatever. So we'll still go to the nail people because they're giving us the price that we're willing to do. But for food and other things we can choose, and it's our choice, we will choose not to and go eat Italian food.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, he's like, who's going to do all these nails? I mean, they're not going to do themselves. And we're not going to pay someone a living wage to do nails.
Service, because that's not how we're taught. So we just keep going to the Chinese nail place, which I was like pleasantly surprised, to be honest.
And there was white and Asian people there?
You mean as customers or as mainly white?
Wow, so the whites weren't scared. I wonder if like New York has anything to do with
No, because I'll tell you this. My other experience, so I take the subway to work sometimes, not always. I try to be, green and take a bicycle, but sometimes I take the subway and I notice people like are looking at me. It's not because I'm cute. Literally,
come on.
It's not. It's literally people are giving me looks like, should I be concerned? Like looking at me like, should I be hesitant? I put my hand on a railing on a subway and like someone looked at me and moved their hand. And I wonder if, like what? And then I also saw one of my coworkers showed me this thing on Facebook that someone in the New York subway this Asian woman was wearing a mask. And then someone came after them and beat the shit out of them. Blah, blah, blah.
What? Where's this?
In New York.
Oh my God.
Like literally.
That's really fucked up.
It's like people are making all these judgments. Like, and again, they think it's people that look like us. It's a disease that is not discriminatory. Like it could be anyone. Yeah. And to be honest, it's not like if it was China 40 years ago, I would say not that many people of non-Chinese descent or Asian descent go travel there recently. But in the last 10 years, like, come on. How many people that have gone? Like, I can't even count them all.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was also something that I read on Facebook of a friend of mine. She went to take her brother to the doctor. And when she was signing in, the nurse goes, "Oh, I just want to ask, have you been to China recently?" And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
No. She's like, "Okay, just wanted to ask." But then sat in the waiting room and saw the nurse check in other patients. Do you think
Yeah,
they asked the non Asian
there's
patient?
no way.
Nope.
I would bet my life on
Nope.
it. There's no way.
Exactly.
So we're being profiled.
Yes.
Yeah,
And the other,
we're being racially
and
profiled.
I'm really proud of her. She followed up the story that she went up after she saw all these people go through and not the ash. She goes up to the nurse, goes, "Just as a tip, you probably should ask everyone if they've been to China because I'm Chinese and actually was born in Vietnam, and I haven't been to China or Vietnam since I left. And that was over 30 years ago. So just saying, you may want to ask everybody."
Yeah, I don't know if your screening method is like the most scientific right now.
It's just like crazy. I keep hearing all these stories that people are discriminating, but then, you know, I was home this weekend, and my parents lived in a Chinatown. They lived in a condo, like kind of like on off outskirts, but like majority of the people that live there are Chinese, and people do travel. They're retired. They have some disposable income. Blah blah blah. And like even among one another, they are being discriminated.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't want to go out to the local restaurant. Like we ate in the whole
Yeah,
time. And
because everybody thinks something other about someone who's not them, right?
exactly.
You
You
think,
don't
oh, Chinese restaurant, like I'm Chinese, but these people are like got here last week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So your impression is like, but they're mainland Chinese. So they've been like soaking in coronavirus juice.
Huh? Exactly. So
Because they're a little bit different, a little bit less than us. So,
but I was just like, you guys, you can't do that. Like you guys were the ones that experienced it firsthand when the SARS stuff was happening. That your business was impacted directly. And now
you're talking about your parents'
Mhm.
Chinese restaurant, right?
Yeah, back in
Yeah.
2003 when that was happening. So I was like, you guys, we need to go and support. My dad's like, I'm fine.
Huh.
And I can't blame him, right? My mom just battled, cancer. My father is older, like they don't have a strong immune system. I get it. But so like where is this line of drawn of like society that's willing to isolate a group of people because they look like they come from the area that's being.
Well, we do know that Chinese people are hypocrites because they experience racism and discrimination themselves. But who are the most racist people?
Of the Asian race?
Uh, no, I guess I should say Asians are the most racist
Yeah.
people.
Against one
Yes,
another.
they are so like yes, they are extremely racist against non-Asians, but even within Asians, and I was trying to explain this to a white friend, someone else was like, don't tell her the secret. Like nobody knows this outside of our families, but every Asian race has a pecking order where the race that you are on is always at the top. And then it goes down from there. And I can't divulge, I don't want to divulge the actual order, but every Asian's family has told them the actual order. Or you inferred it.
I will say one thing. It doesn't change from different ethnicity. It's always lighter, better, darker, poor.
Absolutely true.
I mean, that happens within the Asian race, with Southeast Asian and Jungle Asian.
It happens all over the world. I mean, I like to travel, so you do too. And like everywhere I go in the world, there are lighter people, enjoying themselves, and darker people serving those enjoying themselves and cleaning up after them and everything else. And it's totally fucking unfair.
I know. It's absurd and ridiculous, but I think human nature, people like to feel, I mean, we're just talking about the parasite the other day, right? People need to feel superior.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Wait, is this why you love tanning?
No, that's just because I look.
Just had an epiphany.
No, I love tanning because I look way better in darker complexion. It's just a
I don't think
fact.
I've ever seen you with the lighter complexion, so I just have to believe you.
This is pretty light. Next week I'm going to Jamaica.
This is winter Nancy, and she's like, I'm melting. I can't. I have no color.
I guess we'll use tons of bronzer.
Self-described tanner.
I am, yes. And the last thing that I wanted to bring up was about like trying to get information straight from the stores in China. So I have some family that's actually still there that I keep in contact through some like, chat apps that they have access to. And you're talking back and forth about whatever about the family, Happy New Year, right? And then I sent a message about like, hey, how's everything going over there? Radio silent. And I don't think it's the fact that he doesn't want to answer. He either is not answering on purpose or the government got in there and deleted the message. Because, I mean, like, you have to be real careful in those places.
Oh, yeah. You can't say anything. Like, I think definitely one of those, like, if I were him, I'd be
hesitant.
I'd not want to give out any information for fear that someone's watching,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's
messed
That's
up.
really what I wanted to share. I mean, I don't have any epiphany or anything, but I just felt like there's just so many different ways to look at this. And bottom line is there is a culture that's suffering. There are people that are isolated for 14 days, even though, they may have not touched anything. Like people, like no one's traveling to China anymore. All those flights have been canceled. Like,
oh, the economy is down the shitter now.
Down the shitter. And like, when will we come up from it, Because SARS lasted for quite some time. It was like in the news for a while. Like it changed.
And we were talking about...
It changed my life, SARS, because I was supposed to go live in China that year. After graduation, I was supposed to teach English. And my parents were so afraid of like what was happening with the disease, but like the fact that it was so unknown, there was no vaccine. They were just like, can you just get a different job for now and then go to China whenever like it'll be there. So I did. And it's just one of those things that like, man, my life would have been like any experience like that. My life would have come out differently. I would have been on like a different trajectory. Maybe my manager would have been way better sending. I could have.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, you did go to China eventually.
I did. But that was like 8 years later.
Yeah.
But
8 years.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. It really, we talked about this a couple pods ago, but that's when I like to buy plane tickets during SARS and things like that because you get good deals.
Have you taken a look at the recent? Oh, my mom was telling me there was a flight from Japan to China for 27 Taiwan dollars, which is like nothing. That's like literally nothing.
That's literally nothing.
I told my mom there has to be a reason they have to get the plane over to China. I'm like, I bet you they have to bring it back or something. So that's why they don't something there. Like of how much money.
Like they can't even get the gas money back from that.
So they're just like, let's just throw some bodies on there to cover something.
Well, I had a couple of things that I read about happening. If you want to hear them.
For it.
And then I want to talk about like how bad is this thing really? Like what's actually is this hysteria like warranted? Like are we actually like walking into like a Dustin Hoffman outbreak movie? So have you read this? Like kids are getting bullied in school. Like a kid was like beaten up in a school because people were like, you have coronavirus. There's flyers in LA with fake World Health Organization seals, and it says avoid Chinese businesses.
Oh my God. So there's like, actual, like, it's not even just in your head. There's people marketing.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's just like, let's say any war, World War II, they would say like, this is a Jewish business or what.
Yeah. Don't support
or
them.
A Japanese business.
With fear, because they're setting fear into everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like mass hysteria.
Yeah.
What else did you read?
People are signing petitions to close schools. And if your family member, you know, if the kid's family member recently returned from China, they want to start a petition to keep those kids out. This was in Toronto and LA.
Even the Canadians, aren't they the nice ones?
I know, even like, well, because SARS really hit Canada in the sense that 40 people died.
Is it because they were too nice? Is that what? So now they're trying to be a little bit more strict.
Yeah, they were like, we were overly polite that time. We're sorry. They're speaking of like that person you read about who was asked like, where have you been to China? There's a Lyft driver at SFO where I live, who like wouldn't let someone in because she was Chinese. And then the person's white friend came to, and then the guy let the two women into the car because she was accompanied by a white person.
Oh my God.
And maybe that's why I haven't been getting looks, because one, I've been accompanied by a white person lately. And then also, I don't look at people's faces. I just scan the ground for poo.
Oh, so you don't step in it.
It's like, I honestly, when people are like, did you see what they were wearing? I'm like, honestly didn't, but I haven't stepped in poo in a long time. Knock on wood. So the women got in the car and he's like, where are you coming from? Are you sure you didn't come from China?
It's like my blood is
I know. And then there's a French newspaper that had headlines that said, in English, it would have said a yellow alert.
Oh my God.
And
seriously?
the other one was yellow peril. And it has a picture of a woman wearing a mask. Yellow peril, honestly? And then, have you heard this? There's like people, like part of the trope, like racist trope that's going on is that Chinese people eat everything,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, according to my mom, we eat everything with four legs but the table, everything that flies except the airplane. So, I mean, there's some truth to it.
You don't waste, that's why.
Yeah. So they think that this virus came from bats originally. And no, I mean, that's actually true. And they think another vector source might be pangolins. You know what pangolins are?
You're not just saying penguin really weird?
No, like pangolin. It's like a little, I don't know, like a tiny little armadillo with like, it looks like a little hunchback, little scaly thing. I'm a pangolin, and he's so cute, but of course, they use on Chinese medicine and they eat them.
I mean,
your eye roll. I know, and we do, okay, so, but some, like, that's really sad if it's being blamed on pangolins, but, so, this guy in SF overheard this, he was at a store and someone said, yeah, if you eat raw bats, you're gonna get coronavirus. And the guy was like, this, like, ridiculous. This is this idea that we ate everything. We're disgusting animals and we deserve this for some reason. And my other main beef with this is you can like accuse us of anything, but we do not eat raw meats. That's not our thing. Am I right?
Yeah.
We don't do tartar.
We cook everything. And if anything, might get overcooked for people. Because he won't, well done. Like, make sure that.
Well done. Yeah, they do not do rare shit. There just do not. And if anyone is eating pangolins or bats, they're cooking the shit out of it. Or it's dried, desiccated. Or it's preserved in such a way that no living thing could be on it. Yeah.
It is dead.
They're not biting the heads off bats like they're fucking Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, and Ozzy did it, and he's a white guy.
Yeah, he's white, by the way. He's the original whitey from Europe. Yeah, we don't fucking eat raw meat. Okay. It's just like...
It's just not our thing.
It can't be. That's not our
We
thing.
cook everything.
Yeah, we may spit on the ground, but our food safety is unparalleled.
You just want to, it's like we want everything warm water. Like we don't even drink cold water.
No, they love,
They like
yeah.
warm water.
Cold water is what? Poison. Poison. You can't get, yeah, you're poisoning
The whole
yourself.
point of why we cook everything is because we know cooking things will bring it to a point that like kill disease and bacteria. That's why we drink so much boiled water.
Wait, I just realized something. Do they have this in New York where you have like your food safety score is like a grade, like A, B, C? Okay, so we have that too. Are Asians really good at food safety because they want a good grade?
No, they just don't want to get close with it.
Oh,
And not all of them.
I'm just kidding. I don't really think that.
I go into the Chinatown. There's bee, and people are like, "Oh, I brought friends to places with bees," and they're like,
Bees?
They're like, "Oh, there's a bee here near you." Oh my God, it's New York. If it's a cockroach or whatever,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Like you're eating in New York. Just know that it exists. Like
Yeah.
check your dish, make sure nothing's crawling, and you should be good.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Damn right. Okay.
Anything else you'd like to share on this lovely special report topic?
As we were talking about the comparison between the coronavirus and SARS, I read it's spreading more rapidly than SARS did, but the fatality rate is much less. So it's basically a bad flu.
Yes, I heard this too.
But yes, have loads of people died? Yes, but they're probably elderly or they have other conditions or their babies or their children. But if you look at it, it just seems like a lot of people have it. I don't know. It's like 60,000 confirmed infections.
Of mankind or like within a region?
Within China. That's what they think.
Okay. Well, the population is like what, 1.34 billion?
I know. So it seems like a lot, right? 1,300 deaths. Seems like a lot, right? But if you do the math, it's just 2% of infections were fatal, which means it's less fatal than your average flu, the kind that like nobody gets shots for because we're like not really scared.
So
yeah,
I think if people look through it through that lens, it puts it into perspective and like then ask yourself the question, why are you so upset with it? And I think, are you one of those people that go out immediately when they said there's going to be a store and buy the rock salt and buy all the clothes, all the food and the water because you're going to be...
Yes, I am. Yes, yes, I am.
No, you are in the same boat with Alex Lee. And just so you know, on CNBC, there's a 7:30 report every evening on this very topic. So if you ever just want the updated news, like my mom said, watch it.
Yeah. I would like to get the coronavirus update from your mom every night.
Oh, I do.
Like what has she hoarded today? What are some things she heard? Because Chinese people, like, especially regarding health.
Oh, health is now
they hear something like it's fact. Mm-hmm. Like so-and-so told me. I get like multiple emails about
certain health,
things I'm not supposed to be doing for my mom, like all the time. Because you could send her any chain style letter and she will forward that shit like she'll be cursed forever.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see how this is. It's been in the news for what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks,
something like that. Yeah,
so I guess
very recent.
We'll see how much. Daria, I have a trip to Thailand end of April that mom is trying to go to.
Oh yeah,
but we
will see. Recommendations for listeners out there to avoid both this pandemic or the discrimination fallout. I would say one thing: don't leave the house without your white friend.
Yeah,
if you gotta get a white boyfriend, you need somebody to give you that pass. Like this person, this is a known person to white people. So like friends of whites, have someone with you so they not know that you're not actually China.
Like hardcore China.
They're like China, but then they're like white person. They're like Chinese originally is better, I guess.
I still don't understand why that's like a passage. Like, it's just like, okay, well, just because I have white friends, nor does that mean my white friend hasn't come with me.
Absolutely not. Like, how would they know? But
I guess we'll see how this unfolds.
we will report back to you. Da-da-da-da. This has been a special report by Two Creations. Two Creations are not scientists, nor do we know anything. Thanks for listening, and do us a favor and yourself a favor and give us a 5-star review on iTunes. It really helps us out, helps people find us. And click subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks to everyone who's listening.
Thanks, guys, and share it with a friend.
Yeah.
Till next time.
Okay. Bye-bye. La la la.